Your people. Wow, pretty. Pin context test bar. So make sure you actually have this, pinned. But I already had it on there. To contact them whenever you like to pin this, Who did it? Who pinned it? Fuck. Can I delete it? Unpin. Can I unpin it? I don't see it. But it's really automatically embedded in the taskbar without asking my consent. 근데 스카이프 같은 건가 보네. No, I don't really have people to contact. In children, that includes irritability, defiance, and 왜 자꾸 rude 하세요? Oh, let me blow my nose. 거기까지밖에 못해요. 학교에서 스탠다드 라이저 테스트 초월한 거 맞추지만 더 이상 방법이 없는데. Auto frequent. Oh, that's really not true. Because I play more. But you can actually grab any cognitive. This is not really a rhetoric. I don't think this is really a this is an irrational apology. Because if and only if you have this, review button, then I would definitely never make this excuse. But think about it, who would actually survive the system? I mean, the more you actually solve it and strike, the more you're going to reveal your human vulnerability. You click something on top, there were many different cases, really. I mean, I really uploaded many of them. After, 2 and 3 and 4 hours, I had a tendency to lose my temper or prudence because it's a little bit boring. I wanted to actually move on quickly. I mean, I don't know. But all my wrong answers are likely to be clicked on top. That means I really, after 2 or 3 or many hours, I had a lesser chances to have a preview to this, different options. I'm not making an excuse, but that's really similar to most of people. 그건 사실이잖아요. 그러니까 시험 치겠다고. 시험 쳐서 결과를 받아드릴게요. 어떻게 알았는지 모르겠네. 내가 일리수 있는 것 같아. 그런 적 없다. 우리 하즈번이 일리시겠죠. 우리 husband walking and talking. This paper cut is agony. This time paper cut is really laceration. A slight laceration, but not serious. Just that's called a lesion, right? Lesion, Legion. The tissue damaged, leading to bleed or mild cut. Right, 그거는. Oh yeah, I admit that. I'm really a knockoff. I have to admit that. I'm really a knockoff. I've never been trained to follow the rigorous steps of them. That much I have no hesitance. Excuse me, I was never given that chance either, and I'm not really kind of super genius who was born to be in that way. I was never been endowed with such an unpresented talent to surmount this type of difficulties naturally. That's not necessarily the case. 잘했어요. 그거는 됐는데. 야, 그거까지는 뭐라 그랬지? 야, 문제. 그건 아니지. 퀵룩은 근데 빠르게 보는 건 맞는데 그건 좀 아닌데? 근데 진짜 빠르게 손가락이 탁 나가요. 그거는 지금 안 하고 있어. 그렇게 해서 틀리기가 너무 싫어가지고. 진짜 그렇게 해서 틀리기 너무 싫어가지고. 이거 봐, 지금도 진짜 빨랐지? 이렇게 하면 틀린다니까, 많이 하면. 조금 어려운 거 넣어놓잖아. 그럼 이런 식으로 누르면 틀려요. 바로 틀려요. 지금 안 틀려. 진짜 애를 쓰고 있어. I'm actually doing my very best. That means I actually, literally remind myself at every turn, please don't click. Don't click. This is a mantra that I'm chanting. This is an invocation. Like I'm conjuring. Don't click. Look around before you settle down. Look around. Don't do that. That's not right. 가장 중요한 게 phosphor. 별로 substantiated 하지도 않잖아요. I don't think my condition would be pathological. No one even actually witnessed it. I never even actually developed this kind of idea. I practically led a very much, acerbic and self-denying way of living. I mean, I really think that my thinking system is so clean and purified to the degree of religious none. If you ever actually, dig deeper into the decade-long archive, you would notice it. I never even had such an improper idea. I'm probably the antithesis of anything prurient. And that's not fair. 말도 안 되잖아요. 내같이 지금 그런 사람이 어디 있어. Simultaneously. 공부는 잘하겠죠. 그건 알겠는데. 우리 사람 미국쌤 뭐든 다 하는 거 아니잖아요. 그건 맞죠. That's not really necessarily the case. I met many people, but that's not. They're also smart, but that's not necessarily the case. 내가 하는 건 다 아니지만 그렇다고 해서 모든 단어를 다 아는 사람 없잖아요. 분명히 위크니스 이거는. Dying to know. Very desperate to know. I'm itching to know. I'm dying to not really know. I'm dying to jump into his arms. That sounds so sweet, right? That's a sweet nothings. I mean, but not now. Tell the truth, my hair is messy as hell. It's a sour stink. 야, 근데 우리 잠깐 다른 거 조금만 하고 올래? 조금 지겨워져. Korean book. 아까 왜 똑같은 거 두 개야? 쟤는 뭐야? 도어포스트. Falling off the bike. Maman, il pleut parce qu'il est tombé il est tombé de vélo. Il est tombé de vélo, non? En tombant de vélo, il pleut. Oh, he's crying after falling from the bike. That's creep. My husband had a suture when ice hockey puck smashed his forehead. Not really forehead. It cuts off his eyebrow. That precious look was a little bit scathed. That broke my heart. Because he's too good to be true. Ba, 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 ba. It's a clarion call. A loud reminder. Clarion call is a chilling reminder that gained everyone's attention clearly and accurately. What's it called? A clarion call. And it is a frequent word on CNN too. CNN does such clarion call today. If you watch a scene in the US, we're going to hear that very, very often. That message is very clarion call, especially follow Washington news. Mr. McConnell's recent behavior is a clear clarion call to alarm every member in his department. 이런 식으로 많이 말해요. I'm like a recorder. If you ever watch Amelie, Le Destin Fabuleux de Amélie Poulain, have you watched it? There was a really kind of not really pervert, but it's a little bit quirky guy who's been recording everyone's voice. Especially, he actually had a deep crush on someone recording that lady. But Amelie worked as a matchmaker to fix up two different people. He was patched up with tabagier, tobacco seller, tabagier. But she was lonely. But she, and Amelie somehow decided to work as a cupid to connect them together, put him to a different lady. Because, this guy's object of affection was not that into him. So, Amelia jumped in to have these two lonely souls connected. They clicked immediately. It was funny. They made out in the bathroom. I mean, inside the restaurant. It was really obvious. And that was funny. Because, everyone could hear. 아, 진짜 잘 먹는 건데. 근데 이거를 다 적어줄 수 있는데. 내가 진짜 뜻을 그럼 적어주면 인정할 건가? 내가 가끔 가다 잘못 누를 때 진짜 있거든요. 뜻 적을게요. Turn aside. 아, 진짜 안 궁금해요. Or take off one's attention. Run away from something. Evade. 이거 뭐 글리는. Gather, collect, garner something. Bit by bit. Parody, spoof, take off. Unravel, ravel 거의 똑같아요. Unravel the story. 스푸프 이렇게 적는 거 같은데. 발라퀴나드. 이거 좀 정리해봐. Flout inspost font flout mark disdainfully. 그다음에 동물인데 flounder behave awkward. overturn not flounder. 이렇게 flounder. 솔직히 그렇게 먹는 건데 오늘 어쨌든 지금 한번 해볼게요. 지금 진짜 안 하지 마지막 이거 지금 할머니 안 하고 모르는 거다. Haphazard. I do cherish you for the rest of my life. Yeah, definitely. If you walk down the aisle, you said, I do. Well, I will make the solemn oath. Exchanging wedding rings. That's so romantic. Something I haven't thought about for a million years. Even when my sister wasn't wedded, I haven't actually pictured that. Well, I'm not really into romance right now. I'm very serious. I want to be a servant for my husband. Like, very loyal servant. Mortician. I do cherish you. Mortician. 그다음에 embalming. Funeral Service Center. Open casket, coffin, stone sarcophagus, hearth in the car too. I should pull off. Lay in rest, and lay in rest and morgue. Autopsy report. Little Red Riding Hood. Amanda Seyfield was there. she's really running against a wolf. Really riding with. Sure. But in Korean we call him 빨간 모자. 나 빨간 망토. 네, 그거는 영화는 안 봤어요. 진짜 원래 알고 있었는데 그 전에. She's just actually trying to fight off a threat and menace from wolf. Yeah, it's a really dirty, but it's a autography. I don't have a lice. I had a dandruff in the flakes. It's the flakes. Even though I use the head and shoulder, the itchiness would never go away. Errand. Swollen to pay. Pedantic. There's nothing wrong with the focus on the details. There was no problem. You know what? You don't really need to feel shame about focusing on details. You know what? That kind of obsession will eventually get you somewhere. You don't want to say, you know what? Don't actually feel so guilty about it. You're actually being harassed by being a fussy girl, right? But don't worry. Eventually, your fastidious, persnickety, detail-oriented mindset will be the fundamental. Will be key to success. Like, yeah. There's nothing wrong with focusing on the details. Pry. 이거는 내가 했다. 내가 그만 말하면 안 되나 이제 이거 하기 싫다. I don't want to talk. Let me take a silent retreat. 네, 오늘 더 이상 속일 거 도대체 안 지워요. 틀린 파이 두 번에 진짜 안 지워요. 그리고 아까 본 문제는 거의 없는데? 이제 내일 그만할 거야지. 찜찜하구나. Ad hoc curry. Ad hoc, I know. Somebody who has one obsession. Wow. She's like a ballerina. She's so pretty. Smell it. Isn't that leggings? I don't know. Shorts. So it's really pretty. What's that for? I don't know. 그런가? 옛날에 프레드리 저런 사람 좋아했어. Intermittent fasting means it's intervaller faster. Das meint nicht ganz regulär ihr eigenes Essen verstopfen lassen, aber ein bisschen unregulär. you take turns to have fasting. You go on empty stomach with a purpose, but there's not really serious time schedule in between meals. You might actually know for about 12 hours stay empty, but after that you eat something not really serious. 프레드릭 저런 사람이 좋아했어? 그런가? 그럼 너무 좀 심하네. Never in my life I was thinking like Let's begin, shall we? Mea culpa. 이거 모르는데. 이건 아직 astroturfing. 모르는데. 칼킹이 뭐예요? 이거밖에 못 맞췄네. 이게 답이 없으니까 알 수가 없다. 내가 뭐 틀렸는지 맞는지 모르겠어, 이건. 원래는 맨날 하나 틀리거나 그랬는데 우리 많이 틀렸어. 갈수록 안 좋아지네. 미안해. 근데 저거는 왜 저래 난 틀리는 거야? 왜 성적이 자꾸 낮아져? 옛날에 하나 틀렸거든. 나 파스타 피엔 알아요. 브락다시오. 진짜? 응. 되게 재밌는 척하네. 하이팔루틴. 이건 알겠다. 답이 안 나오니까 내가 모르겠다. 칼키 뭐. 칼키 이제 끝났으니까 한 번만 찾아보고. 얘만 답하고. 칼키 뭐. 맞긴 것 같은데. 뭐 틀렸지? with the area very small. A bunch of flowers, a herbs. 봐봐라, 안 해야 됐잖아, 인간아. Because 이건 안 돼. 확실히 보고 교란. 내가 저거를 했지. Forgettive, inventive, creative란 뜻이다. Sheath the synth. Because Uncle is five-petaled. Because it is you. Fabulous, I know, Cindy. Sabul. Something amazing. Something very fascinating. 벌써 후지 알지? 근데 very brief amount of time. Do si la sol per le parare mi la per sol la per sol mi per sol mi le la per sol la para la re si la para sol per mi le mi pa mi One mean.